This is Andy Paul for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm joined by promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, not the night you imagined beforehand. Obviously, Oleksandr Usyk overcome Anthony Joshua. Just your reaction to the fight?
Yeah, certainly not the fight I imagined, not the result I hoped for, but also was very aware of what could happen when you fight people like Oleksandr Usyk. You know, if you're going to fight pound for pound greats, you can get beat if you don't get it right. And I think tonight was a mixture of AJ not getting it right and a mixture of Usyk being brilliant, the career best performance from him and deserved winner. And you know that's what happens sometimes in sport. You get beat by the better man, and Usyk was 100% the better man tonight.
You said it's a mixture of things, and one of those being AJ not getting it right. What did he do wrong? What should he have done better?
It's easy to say, isn't it? After should have done this, should have done that, or don't you just say that? Well, maybe Usyk didn't allow him to do that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, of course he should have applied more pressure. Worked his way in behind a jab, cut him off a little bit better, worked the body. Every time he hit him to the body, he hurt him, and he hurt him a couple of times to the head, but there wasn't enough of it. After 8 rounds, he was ahead on the scorecards, and Usyk just went 9, 10, 11, 12, clean sweep. And they're the championship rounds where he secured the fight and had a brilliant finish, and he won the fight. You know, he was an unquestionable winner. So, yeah, look, AJ can do so much better than that, so much better. But it was also the brilliance of Oleksandr Usyk, so you can't take anything away from him. He's just got to improve and come back stronger.
Eddie, that last round, but those last 10 seconds in particular when AJ was against the ropes, what was going through your mind at that time?
It was more tiredness from him. I was concerned about the eye because he couldn't see after, I think he said at the end of the 9th round he couldn't see, or during the 9th round, and I thought he'd done his orbital, but he hasn't. It's fine. But that was a big concern of mine, and to be honest with you, when you get to a stage where you're in the 12th round and you know he's knackered, it wasn't. I mean, I think Usyk hit him in one shot that actually really buzzed him, which was the huge left hook earlier on in the fight. But there was nothing. It wasn't like he was getting, you know, repeatedly buzzed and knocked over and stuff like that. It was just the accuracy of Usyk and the work rate. It was a very fast-paced heavyweight fight. And Usyk had a brilliant game plan. He would come out at the start of every round, middle of the ring, you know, fast start at the start of every round, and he was brilliant, Usyk. You know, you just can't. You just have to take your hat off to him and say that's why it's easier to take.
Yeah.
I mean, it's horrible, but at the same time, it's like we lost to an amazing fighter.
That was going to be one of my questions. What's more disheartening, this defeat or the Ruiz one?
No, the Ruiz one was sick, because we were flying just on the crest of a wave. We thought we was unbeatable, and it was one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight history. Now we know Ruiz can fight, but Usyk has a higher pound for pound rating than AJ. So, you know, and this was the danger if he didn't get it right, and he didn't get it right, and Usyk was brilliant. So that's the long and short of it.
The rematch, Eddie. When are you going to look to try and get that on?
I don't know. I mean, obviously it'll be next. Usyk has a horrific cut and a couple of busted up eyes. AJ's got a busted up eye. He wants to get back to the gym, but I think because of the commercial obligations, I feel AJ has been a little bit inactive, and you know, I think especially with the pandemic, if you look in December 2019, he boxed Andy Ruiz, and then he didn't fight again till December 2020 because of the pandemic, and then he didn't fight again till obviously the end of September. So he's fought twice in nearly 2 years. So he needs a rest, but I would like to do it sort of early part of 2022 and maybe have an active 2022. Going to be a really tough fight. Underdog, first time in his career, I believe he'll be. I think might have been a slight underdog in the Klitschko fight, but that's the quality of Usyk, and AJ's going to have to be much better to beat him.
Just a quick word on the undercard as well, Eddie. Lawrence Coley and Callum Smith with 2 devastating knockouts. Yeah. But how is Lenin Castillo?
He's good. He's at the hotel. I mean, that was. Unfortunately, I've witnessed some horrific things at ringside throughout working in boxing, and that was as bad as I've ever seen. Yeah. And I really did fear the worst for Lenin Castillo, and thank God he's back at the hotel. He's okay. I think Callum Smith tonight showed everyone why the last couple of years at 168 has been so difficult for him. He looked absolutely lethal at 175, and he's going to be a major player in the division. And great performance. Kohli's just a fucking absolute beast. Like he's a disaster for everybody. I mean, Prasovic, should he have been mandatory? Like decent fighter, but Kohli hits so hard, and he must fight Bradis, Gulamarin, or Makabu next. Simple. I thought Campbell Hatton was very lucky to get the win. I think, and I said to Ricky and Matthew, you should just fight that kid again. You know, I feel sorry for Campbell because he fought in front of a full arena tonight. He's a complete novice, but it's tough. You're getting these opportunities. This is the environment you have to fight in. But if people think that he was lucky to get the win, he should rematch the kid straight away and put it right. And that's what I will be advising him to do. Good win by Florian Marku, really good fight.
One dodgy scorecard.
Yeah, horrendous. I mean, the Italian judge gives it 99-91. He gives Marku 1 round.
Yeah.
That is obscene. Close fight. I gave it to Florian by a round or 2, but a good learning fight. Don't forget, he's not. It's a good 10 rounds for him.
Just one on Campbell Hatton. Is it worth pulling him away from these big shows now because
they're all big shows, Andy? Unless you want to go and box on a non-TV show on small hall. But the work's been done now.
Yeah.
He's not going to box on any shows bigger than this. So that's what you've got to gain in experience. You're 4-0. Maybe some people say you're lucky to get the win tonight. Go away, improve, rematch the kid, put it right. So you can say to everyone, you hold your hands up and you go, if you thought I lost, fair play, I'll fight him again, and go and beat him convincingly. He's performing much better in the gym than he is out here, but it's hard. And listen, everyone wants to criticise, don't they? They all sit, well, it's very difficult for a young fighter who's inexperienced. And yeah, maybe he shouldn't be on these shows, but he is. So man up and get on with it. He's not moaning. So
Final one, Eddie. The atmosphere, the stadium, the fans.
Amazing stadium. Thank you to Tottenham. One of the best atmospheres we'll ever see. But it's sport. Gutted to lose, but as AJ said, he ain't going to sulk about it. He's going to dust himself down, improve, go again, and back to work on Monday.
Eddie, appreciate your time this week. Thank you.
Cheers, Ed.